Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is going to be game 2 between s2y as well as the Masters here. So, game 1, as you can see on the screen, is definitely going to go to s2y's favor. Game 2, I do believe, is going to be a little bit more interesting. So that said, this is Babael, and with me is Lark, and we hope you enjoy our cast.
Yeah, I hope this time around we can see a little bit more unconventional hero pickups just for the heck of it. Like I want to see like really fun hero pickups. Probably like a Devourer or something like even a Revenor. Like Revenor was crazy. I was actually watching was a Super KG. I think it was Super KG. I can't remember the player's name. Playing Revenor yesterday for Haunter Hunter and AU, so that was pretty sick to watch them like dominate SG. So, I mean, I think that's one of the major things that we kind of lack over here in the C region, like the very unconventional hero pickups. It's more or less like played very safe in their own right, just because they want to make sure that they don't screw up anywhere possible. But yeah, just jumping straight into this game already, they have gotten their bans up. So yeah.
Yep, and we can definitely tell in our first batting phase we have Tempest, Fate, Moon Queen, Ophelia nicely taken care of. No more Fate this game. Huki says enough is enough. We're not gonna try that anymore. So nope, you will not have it a tick also. Tempest gonna be banned out as usual. Moon Queen, Ophelia also. It's nice to see s2y banning out Tempest instead of Turtle Masters, considering that they actually have the first pick. That being said, still Keeper is gonna be picked up quickly, and MOA is gonna be picked up as a counter initiative right now because MOA in the previous game was banned up, and this game is not. But really, trying to look a little bit deeper into this, and it seems like Ophelia being banned by Turtle Masters is a little bit problematic right now because they will not want s2y to run a similar push strat, but they will lose a Sandwave to s2y because s2y is going to pick up, considering the fact that they have got the first pick. Sandwave is going to be the main carry for Team Legion. So the good news is that s2y, I don't believe they're running the push strat again, but the bad news is I don't think that they have got a lot of burst potential going to this game. But they do have the Keeper, by the way, so Lodestone pretty much still alive. We have to see what goes on next.
Yeah, I mean definitely. Like Keeper Forest first pick is just, I mean, you like Turtle Masters, man. They didn't learn from their mistakes from the previous game. Well, this is actually gonna be a this time it's not gonna be a jungle keeper. It's gonna be more of like the offlane keeper right there. They're gonna go for Parasite. I feel like Parasite and Keeper of the Forest isn't such a strong comp in my opinion because it's like you have the two extremes, one being defensive during the early start, and then one of like a Parasite, which is really I mean, I know it doesn't really make sense the way I'm saying it, but I just feel it's like two extremes in my opinion. Like if they wanted to go for a Parasite, why not pick something else instead of the Keeper of the Forest? But of course it's kind of hard to give up the Keeper of the Forest just because it has such an amazing lockdown. But if they really wanted to do Parasite, they could have just banned out the Keeper of the Forest in the early stage instead of, something else like a Fade and like just give that up. But I guess they're just opting to go for more of a push plus early game strat. Well, not really early game strat, but early game aggression, so that Sandwave is given a lot of space to farm up himself. This time around, we're gonna see s2y with Sandwave. So let's just see how well it's gonna fare as compared to Iron Nun Sandwave. Iron Nun had a pretty okay game in my opinion, despite having so much aggression towards himself and his team. In the previous game being played on Turtle Masters. But yeah, Master of Arms Engineer, the double gun comp, the way I like to call it, but just gonna keep shooting people and like putting bullet holes in them. But yeah, I mean, Master of Arms Engineer, very strong heroes in their own right. Master of Arms is just gonna fare completely well with the Pebbles. Engineer as well, like Engineer Pebs in the mid. Master of Arms just gonna rotate towards mid and top or wherever they're gonna place him. Or they could actually run for more of like a very heavy tri-lane against the Sandwave and just of the dodge Parasite or force the Parasite to rotate into his own jungle to kind of like secure Sandwave's lane and farm. I think that's an okay strategy as well, but I mean it's really gonna come down to what they want to do. Master of Arms is just gonna offer so much with Pebbles with the offensive Master's Call. It's gonna be very good in terms of defensive purposes. Just seeing us to have the Parasite and the Leech's Doom, and then oh my god, Mirax's pick. I don't really agree with the Mirax's pick. It is fairly defensive, but they need a little bit more damage in my opinion coming out in this game.
Yeah, but that also means that we need to address in the second banning phase here. Regidag, Rally, Mage Bane, Warbish, Draconis, and Bubbles being banned out. So Mage Bane there. I mean, Regidag and Bubbles are fantastic bans coming from both teams. They do deal a lot of damage, and it seems like they have both agreed that they will not have both this suicide perspective nicely taken care of. But that also means that Lodestone is still pretty much alive in his pick, and I'm just surprised that they are not picking up the Lodestone. And with regards to the Morax's pick, completely agree with you, Lark. I don't think they need a Morax's right now. Morax's goes in and tanks a lot of damage, yes, but he doesn't deal enough damage. And yep, it's gonna be a Corrupted Disciple pick from TurS Masters. Ooh. Man, I don't really agree with that. It's like, it's a really squishy here if you ask me, but...
I mean, it's okay in their lineup because
Yeah.
it's gonna really take up a lot of damage coming up from a team that really doesn't have much physical damage. Like, it's gonna push them further behind in terms of like physical DPS. There is a lot of magical DPS coming out from their team, like the Parasite, the Sandwraith, the Luna as well. Maraxis has decent magical damage if he's able to get a full Matrix load onto the enemy team. But yeah, I mean, Corrupted Disciple, usually you like to use it on a team that has very tanky heroes with a decent amount of auto attack damage, because you can kind of like cut through their defenses because of the corrupted conduit. You're basically just taking back I mean, just adding on to yourself more damage. Like, drains up to 200 attack damage, man, at max level. So
yeah.
that's basically like a free, like, like 50 less damage from a Doombringer, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, it's really damn strong in its own right. So I think there were a lot of
Oops, sorry.
I think there were a lot of better
Drop my headset.
yeah, there would have been a lot of better hero pickups for the carry role, but I think they're just gonna opt for the Corrupted Disciple for a little bit more gank presence. They are shadow picking Swiftblade. Ooh, I was about to say that would have been a really bad pick, but they are in fact gonna go for it. So
Well, it really depends, man. Swiftblade Corrupted Disciple have been run numerous times on RNG Sports lineup, specifically because Swiftblade is in a short lane, and Corrupted Disciple normally runs an aggressive trial lane with 2 other support. And I am just interested to see whether TurS is gonna do the same for this game. And really, I've got a huge problem with the Parasite. Personally, I hate the Parasite because I think he is completely useless in any game. You need to really perform in terms of execution. Really needs to be flawless with the Parasite. You need to go in and just make sure that he gets the kill really, really fast. And ganks is gonna be the name of the game if you want to run a Parasite. But so far in Southeast Asia, I haven't really seen a satisfactory Parasite just yet. That being said, man, before I talk about this game, let's just go into this game quickly. Game 2, well underway here. HoNTourSEA Southeast Asia GLX Cycle 2, round 13, and it's gonna be between TurS Masters and s2y. s2y this time is gonna rotate to the Legion team. We have Peter Yates there, going to be playing as your Parasite. And Bill PK going to be on the Keeper of the Forest. Discord, usual Luna. Bexley Gashry going to be playing as your Sandwraith humbly this game. I hope he better Iron Nun. Best Iron Nun, sorry. And also we got Mr. San's going to be as the Morax. It's questionable pick there. But that being said, Team Hellbourne, we have TurS Masters looking to redeem themselves after one game. And they are your Cycle 1 champions by the way. They can't just lose out to the new kid on the block here. So TurS Masters need to make a huge statement in this game. Hooky gonna be your captain as well as Drafter. He is also your MOA. Look like they're gonna be playing as the engineer as usual. This is like the 5th game I've casted that he's playing engineer straight out, man. He's not taking a break from that hero, really. We also have got a Corrupted Disciple being played by Godhand in the short lane. We also got XIZ gonna be your your Swiftblade, what am I saying? And also Iron Nun gonna be that Pebbles, man. So it seems like the rules have rotated again on TurS Masters' side.
yeah, I mean, Arnon usually playing the carry. Yeah, I think they're. It's difficult to say. It's gonna be a Meraxis. It's gonna be a straight up 1v1 mid Meraxis versus the Pebbles. So can kind of understand why they wanted to go for that tri lane against the who is it, the Sandwraith. Look at that,
Yeah, he's
Pebbles
just
actually
gonna
gonna.
taunt. He's just gonna taunt. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, just really showing the presence right there. Hooky already gonna place that early ward, so they just want to make sure that they pick up a lot of kills during this early stages of the game. Like, make sure that they're able to quickly, keep picking the Sandwraith off so that he's completely controlled. And this could prove very, very scary for them.
Oh,
They're
no.
actually gonna go in right now.
So quick stun on the center, but not quick enough. He's gonna be in those trees already. So Yep, not getting the kill done, but yes, it's gonna be aggressive tri lane as I expected from Tether Masters. Definitely, you have got instead of the instead of the Swift Play, it seems like Swift Play is gonna go to mid lane, and I don't really agree with that because I thought that Pebbles is gonna be a lot more effective here against the Morexes, but Swift Play could be pretty effective. Really remains to be seen. We have to see what goes on here. Meanwhile, it's going to be the aggressive tri lane. Engineer, Stunner, yes. MOE Stunner, yes. As well as Pebble Stunner, yes. All three Stunner hero are going to be on that long lane down south. So it's going to be pretty scary against the Sandrift. He needs to be careful though. But that's going to free up a lot of space for Team Legion because Legion has got a Parasite. Parasite's going to do a little bit of pseudo tri lane up north here with the help of the Keeper against a potential, yep, it's going to be the Corrupted Disciples. Just checking on the mid lane a little bit of aggression coming from the Legion team, but Luna plus Morexus against the Swiftblade, I don't think it's going to be very effective too.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, they won't be able to kill the Swiftblade, so I think that's the reason why they kind of forced the Swiftblade into the mid lane, and they were afraid of ganks coming from Parasite as well. If a Pebbles was to go mid, it would have been completely even worse for them, in my opinion, and Swiftblade would have been pretty okay, so I think that's the reason why they did that. But the thing is, right now, the bottom lane, they are kind of winning the tri lane because they really are forcing Sandrift out of lane, but he's actually going to spot them run across this board right there, so he's gonna be able to like play a little bit more offensively here. Well, not offensively, but play a little bit more out in this lane and pick up some decent CS or levels. So he's actually gonna spot them again. So this is a really beautiful ward being placed by Bagsty, X3, Gasry himself, or whatever you want to call him.
Sandrift's behind those trees right now.
Staring
into the soul of the MOA though. Here comes the Pebbles, he knows that it's inside, and yes, a stun, and the Chuck's gonna connect, and a quick stun from the MOA, and plus the CAC, and yes, it's gonna be a bloodlust recipe there. Backstage actually goes down equally fast, and it's a little bit of a mistake. He took his eyes off the minimap for a short second, he thought that he was safe, but nope. Them dual guns from Wall West gonna come back and make sure you go down, boy.
Yep, that was just that was really beautiful coming out from them, and good presence of mind by Pebbles to kind of figure out that he was hiding there in the trees somewhere. But yeah, I mean they definitely have won the tri lane already. They forced out the Sandwraith to like, you look at him. I think he's transitioning towards what I think is gonna be more of like the jungle. I think he's just gonna like stack this up and then kill this. Actually, no, he's not gonna stack it. So he's just gonna go ahead and kill this off to pick up at least a level 3. I don't think he's even gonna pick up level 3 from this small camp right here. But yeah, I mean, it's not really going the way of s2y right now because Sandrift died. Parasite has not been able to get off any ganks just yet, and it's the Swiftblade that they have to face up against as well. So I mean, it's not the easiest person to gank. Top lane is completely crushing the Keeper of the Forest because he does have the Corrupted Conduit. Every time that's available, he's just gonna use that and apply harass onto Keeper. So it really boxes him out of lane. Although Keeper is doing a good job of at least getting some sort of CS. He's at 8 and 2. Compared to the 16 and 5, it's not the best, but I mean,
to try a kill on that Parasite right now. Peter gets in a lot of trouble. It's gonna be in a Minotaur there, and yes, a little bit of the extra help from that Logger Hatchet, but they will not get a kill because Minotaur is still very tanky.
Yep, there's really not much they can do right there, and I don't think they want to waste a stun. Corrupted Disciple again using the Corrupted Conduit on Keeper of the Forest. It just forces him out of lane. See, he's not able to pick up CS, but he is getting levels at least. So definitely he can do, and the thing about this is it's not as effective against the Keeper of the Forest because once he hits the level 5, he's gonna be able to easily go towards the jungle, which is being stacked right now by Luna, and he's gonna be able to take this. It is double dragon, so it's
but
gonna
he needs to be careful right now.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fairly hard. Corrupted Disciple actually should be careful himself because a Vagabond Leader nearby, it does decent amount of damage with the blast.
Oh, it's gonna miss, but there we go. Parasite gonna show himself. Is it gonna reveal? Yes, no. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Luna is gonna be in the vicinity. Discord is gonna join up with Parasite, and Parasite needs to be really careful right now. Again, gonna miss a shockwave though. And we do have a full health Corrupted Disciple, so no gang is gonna be successful tonight on the CD. Meanwhile, Swiftblade gonna be at the middle lane, farming pretty well. Let's just check in on him in terms of CS. We do have the Swiftblade standing about 3 crypt kill and 2 crypt deny.
Yeah.
Boom,
really
what
pathetic.
a cold blanket there. But still, Morexus doing a really good job. 27 crypt kill, 18 kryptonite. This is what happened when he sent the Swiftblade to mid lane. And checking in on him really just showed us that he's not going to have the best of games so far in going to the mid game. But I hope he's going to be having to rotate up north and replace the farm on the CD. And CD is going to be the main motivation in terms of ganking with the rest of his team, and hopefully they have a lot of burst damage being dealt there by Pebbles. And also speaking about Pebbles, man, gonna check in on my good mate there, and he's having a pretty good farm. I do believe he's standing about 30 crypt kills and 21 kryptonite so far, the most in this whole game, and I hope that he is gonna be able to just milk on that, because seeing that Iron Nun actually playing as the Pebbles, I hope it's not gonna be as it's the same as Mr. Stunts picking up that like brand. I hope he's gonna go for more offensive items maybe, or maybe even more supportive items like the cool dropship stick. That's gonna be very effective on Pebbles.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully he goes for the right items this time around. I mean, not this time around. I mean, he wasn't played by
Here
Iron
comes
Nun
the
in
Catman
this
champion.
game. Ooh,
It's so close, but
yeah.
man, it's like hesitation like this, and there's no ward also, so Pebbles is definitely gonna try and farm here, and yep, he's gonna be a lot of danger right now. A lot of trouble maybe. Trouble's just beyond those trees. And here we have Luna's gonna join up. It's gonna be a quick kill here. Desert Skull's gonna be used. Pebbles looking for a quick stun maybe, but here comes the pawn, and MOA is here to save the day. And Selgamite's gonna miss quickly, but yes, MOA is gonna land a stun on the Luna. But he's gonna force himself to back up, and quickly he's just gonna come in and deter and scare. It's like, boo-hoo, scary, I'm here. But other than that, there's nothing else being done. A little bit disappointed that the kill on the Pebbles wasn't successful. My god, the Parasite just hesitated a little bit too much. And a quick Fog Lightning is gonna land there on both the Sandreef and the Luna. They're just looking to just run away, but if that's a Revelation gonna be able to just quickly reveal them. I do think it's gonna reveal the Sandreef also. But they are not gonna go in for the kill. He is just beyond reach right now. Swiftblade gonna land a quick Swift Slashes. Yes, he is. And the cat's gonna miss. But Sandreef is gonna take flight in a separate direction down south into those trees there. And it's like the Amazon forest there. There's no way you can find him. He's gonna say hi to the boat. And just park AFK here. But he needs to be really careful, because the last time a Sandreef did that, it was in 2013, and he died quickly because the Pebbles just landed chalk. I don't think it's the same Sandreef, but I hope it's not gonna be in the same scenario. Yes, he's gonna fall back quickly. Quick presence of mind there. And meanwhile, Hellboy is just completely obsessed with this Sandreef. They think he's still in the jungle there.
That's a heck ton of Dust of Revelation being used. Actually that's really good use of Dust of Revelation right there. I mean, just the fact that it's nice cancel right there onto the Pebbles health pot. So really unfortunate. I mean, like they wasted a lot of resources. That's like what? That's like 3 dust charges that they practically use, and were not able to pick up the kill on Sandreef. They were at least able to pick up the kill onto the Luna, but I mean that's just in the Luna, so it's not really much of a matter. Yeah, I mean, just so far right now, it's kind of back and forth in my opinion. Turtle Masters was really dominating all 3 lanes. Well, I mean at least 2 lanes, the tri lane at the bot and the solo lane. I mean the off lane at the top. I mean not off lane, the short lane for Corrupted Disciple. Mid was just doing really atrocious, and then now at least mid is doing a little bit better. But at the same time, Sandreef has been able to pick up on a bit of farm. Keeper of the Forest is still doing whatever he can. He is sitting at level 7. He needs to be a little bit more careful, because there is a Ward of Revelation now on Corrupted Disciple. So if Keeper of the Forest oversteps his boundaries, he could be in a world of hurt.
You have a lot of trouble there, in fact. But there we go. Suplay gonna nicely try and stalk a Luna a little bit too much. Maybe try and say hi. Can I have your phone number, please? But no, Morax's gonna be behind. That's a dad, by the way. No! They are trying to go in here for the kill, maybe. But look at the damage on the Luna. The creep there is gonna be a free kill. Yes, it is. And Moraxis goes in for maybe a stun on the MOA, but a quick shot there from the shotgun to the face. He flies past the boundaries of understanding how he took flight there. But yes, it's a perfect shot there by the MOA. And my god, that kill on the Luna, man. That kill on the Luna, I just can't stop laughing when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, that was just really unfortunate. Like, big assist right there from triple stack Ancients. I think they could have picked up the kill onto Meraxes. A bit of sloppy play coming in from Master of Arms. Like, he should have just stunned him on the spot, because Swiftblade still had the ultimate up, and he would have had enough to actually spin again. Had Engineer chain the stun and the turret properly. So I guess they just wanted to be a little bit more safe, seeing as to how Keeper was already
Pebbles gets a nice kill on the center. Definitely with the help of the MOA KSing. That's gonna help Baxi get. That's definitely gonna help Iron Man a lot. But Baxi gets you there, taking the fall. That's a carry, by the way. And well, the problem with the Sandreef is that he's not having the best of games, standing only level 5. Meanwhile, top lane Godhand gets taken care of by Peter Yates. And yes, that's the CD. So finally, they get to address the Corrupted Disciple. And now middle lane, yes, Morex's granddaddy of them all. A little trouble, but he's gonna be fine. It's after all the death of Luna in a separate and sick manner, but other than that, we're just not going to discuss that topic anymore. But other than that, yes, he's going to have the 10-minute rune. It's going to be Illusion rune. Ooh, that's big, man.
Actually, Invis.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Invisibility. I saw invisibility, but I say illusion. My bad. I'm drunk, but that's fine.
Parasite, man. He's doing at least. He's actually kind of rotating a little bit better now. During this stage of the game, it's still not enough. Like in my opinion, Legion team is just. It's really struggling. I think Turtle Masters might be able to come back in this game because they have really shut down Sandwave so hard that he's not been able to get past that 200 GPM threshold. So I don't know, man. Like it's looking pretty grim for them. And like Pebbles, he already can purchase this portal key. I'm not sure why he's not picking up block at the bottom lane. Oh my god, just not enough mana from Pebbles. Sandwave needs to be careful himself. It looks like he just wants to like play around with his Pebbles, but yeah, he needs to be careful because if he swaps the boots one more time, he might be able to pick up a kill. Oh, but Maraxus over here.
Yep, here comes Maraxus. Matrax gonna be used really quickly. Pebbles out of trouble, and yes, it's gonna be quick kill though. Mr. Sun's getting the kill nonetheless. Definitely not gonna give to the field carry already. I do hope that he actually realizes what he's doing because the carry needs the kill, man. But he doesn't get it. Here comes the MOA. Looking to make something happen.
God.
Maybe the Fox shot for a Fog Lightning and the charge shot. That's the Fox shot, by the way. New term here. Great combination. It's gonna be Salvation's being casted in terms of Turtle Masters here. But now HoQQ may pay the ultimate price. And Engineer just walks so slow, but Parasite is gonna make sure that he walks even slower. And with the Driver's Keg, I don't think he's gonna be able to get a kill. But Face Up is not gonna be used because he will not get a kill done nonetheless. That being said, man, it's still gonna work in favor of Team Legion. Just that. Yes, they did lose the carry again. That's a little bit sad to see.
Yeah, not only that, I mean they did kind of like slow down Pebbles, but he already has his portal key right now. I felt like he should have just purchased that portal key before he died to kind of like, you know, save up on the cash that he lost. But yeah, I mean, not the biggest of deals. Swiftblade himself is getting a decent amount of farm right now. He's sitting at 230 as compared to before, which was really, really just pathetic. Corrupted Disciple at top lane still farming pretty okay. He's only at 280 gold per minute, not like the highest, but he did get ganked. Oh, Pebbles actually.
Yeah, top lane there. Keeper a lot of trouble, but there we go. Root's gonna be used, and he's gonna walk away like a boss. But here comes the backup. The rest of the team is around, man. The A team. Parasite goes in, just leeches on the CD. CD's looking to go down quickly. As Sandwave looking to make something happen also, but Pebbles just runs in a separate direction and is now getting harassed by that triple stack ancient. Someone needs to take care of that triple stack ancient, and it's not gonna be Legion right now. But a quick power throw, and yes, it's gonna be enough. And now Sandwave wants to just decide if he is gonna go in for extra kill, but nope. What a on-target power throw, really, there. Awesome power throw by Luna.
That's just so unfortunate. Blinks right into the triple stack. I mean, dude, this triple stack ancient cap has been helping out this Legion team a lot. I think they should just keep them here.
They didn't cost the death of Luna though, so I think they're pretty much neutral.
Okay,
like suggest, but still 1H, and I mean right now Sandwich is in dangerously low health points, and
he needs to be a little bit more careful.
Oh my god, Keeper should have done that since day one.
I think he just didn't have mana at the time, but yeah, I don't know. It seems like at least they're gonna be able to get this. This is gonna definitely boost them up a lot.
Meanwhile, middle lane right now, Morex is going down quickly though, and Albon team, all four of them, maybe even to just try and push down the tier 1 in middle lane here. But they don't have the help of the Corrupted Disciple, and that's gonna be pretty scary. I don't advise this right now because Team Legion, I mean, Legion is pretty much weak in terms of low health on the Sandreef as well as the Keeper, but they don't know this, so they will not pursue matter, and they will just fall back quickly. But that being said, man, CD, let's just check in on his farm. Not the best of farms, still 260 plus GPM. I think it's pretty low, but seeing how Godhand's doing about 0-2 is to 2, sorry, 0-2 is to 0, I think he needs a lot of help here.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's just. This is pretty interesting because this game is pretty much back and forth in my opinion. Usually we would see Turtle Masters during the early stage of the game like really overtake, and then during the late mid to late stages the game just completely flop. But this time around it seems like both teams are kind of like still in the middle, kind of, I have to say. But yeah, I mean top lane tier 1 tower goes down, and that's just gonna increase the farm on Godhand, and he's just getting beefier and beefier with more items added to his inventory. So like Legion team, I feel like just take towers, man. Like do whatever you can right now. Just try to force something out, free up some space for Maraxus, get the portal key up on himself, because that would be very huge. Take a look at Parasite. Parasite still sitting at level 9, doesn't have. Okay, he is kind of close to picking up his codex. I think he is gonna go for Codex. I feel like he should still definitely go for Codex because they need burst potential to quickly burst down at least one of these heroes, because that would be quite effective in my opinion. Like if you're able to burst down, say like a Pebbles or like even a Swiftblade or an Engineer or Master of Arms, that it destroys a lot of the team fight and chemistry coming out from the Hellborn team. So he's gonna be able to get that in another like 150, sorry, not 100, 250 gold. So it will help out a lot. Sanrafe though, man, it's really gonna take a long time for him to get back his farm.
Yep, Vexley Gastry this whole game is just pure disappointment, man. Disappointment, man. We're just looking at 0, 3, and 3, and also just only level 8, now forced to farm in the long lane against the CD. There's no way a level 8 Sanriff can win this lane against this Corrupted Disciple, and really Sanriff, I do believe he is trying to gank as much as possible, which explains the 3 assists, but still 0 kill. It's really unbelievable, man. And Vexley Gastry, he's not a bad carry player. I do know this guy personally. I think that he's pretty much an awesome player. As you can see in the first game, he played very well as a Soul Reaper, but in this game, it's like he's always a step behind somehow, and it's because of the tri-lane, aggressive tri-lane that, well, Thunder Masters just decided to pull off against s2y this game. And I hope that, well, s2y so far, they're just maintaining a little bit of a slight goal disadvantage, sorry, but that's because they don't have a single tower pushed down just yet. But they do have the middle lane tower nicely chipped a little bit, as well as the bottom lane tower severely chipped. So, that being said, I do hope that s2y will translate this into a quick push, but seeing how they have got very weak carry, they may actually just wait it out.
Yeah, and I disagree with the item pickup by Swiftblade right there to pick up the Helm of the Black Legion. I think you could have just bought other items, other build-up items compared to that. I feel like nowadays that item isn't as effective as it used to be. I don't know, like it's still okay because it is on a melee hero like Swiftblade, so it's not like the worst of item pickups. I just feel like there are a lot of better things that he could pick up instead, like work towards building up a, I don't know, like a quick Staff of Master if he even wants to, or like an early Shrunken Head. Just you know, something that can actually be useful in the mid to late stages of a game as compared to like a Helm of the Black Legion. Finally, we're gonna see a bit of more triple stack camps gonna be coming out from the Hellborn team. I felt like there was quite a lack in that, seeing as how they have the Master of Arms. So you know, level 5 really easy for them to, you know, quickly take out the triple stack Ancients. He needs to be careful, Pebbles right there. Ooh.
Yep. That's gonna be close though, but yep, he doesn't have the mana for a second combo, so nope, it's gonna be pretty scary. Meanwhile, CDM now is gonna get completely taken care of. Even the root's gonna be employed here, and Godhand is not gonna be going by God's graces. He's gonna go down really quickly. So
yeah, beautiful wait, clutch ulti there from Parasite to actually just wait for the Red Master's defensive cult and then only, you know, just steal that away. So it seems like the Legion team is gonna go ahead and push the tier 1 tower. I think they definitely should. Like, there really is no contest right there. Hellborn team is just gonna respawn. Most of them are just too busy doing their own kind of thing. Pebbles does finally pick up the Mighty Blade, so gonna work towards getting the Shrunken Head. I haven't talked much about Keeper, of course. I have to say he's been hoarding up 2.5k gold. I'm not sure if he's gonna be picking up the Astrolabe just yet, or he just wants to go for early Restoration Stone. I think he should definitely pick up that Astrolabe regardless as the first item before picking up the Restoration Stone, as I feel like it's a really, really strong item. Sandrafe actually is just gonna go ahead and just skip every single item and just go for Abyssal Skull. Oh my god, bottom lane.
Yeah, bottom lane right now is gonna be pretty much challenged here, and yeah, we do have the Sandrafe being taken care of yet again. And yes, we do have Pebbles now. Making sure that Sandrafe going down a total of 4 times already. So Pebbles, man, he does have the portal key. That's going to help him in terms of gank a lot. But he doesn't have enough mana for quick rotation. And that's going to be because he doesn't have that bottle at all. And my god, I mean, I definitely think that bottle is a need for the Pebbles, given the fact that we've got dual runes being spawned right now. And that's going to help him in terms of gank. But no, it seems like Ironan is just too used to the carry role. He always just stays one lane and farm. It's a little bit scary to see that. It's the carry problem. I call it a carry. I just diagnosed it as a carry problem. But then we have Wall Hunter coming to play here. And there we go. Quick stun there is going to happen on the Swiftblade. And the silence from the Parasite. Power Throw is going to be the name of the game. We'll be able to just finish up the kill quickly. And even the Sandrafe comes in, he's not going to get anything done at all. And Godhand gets a quick TP down here, but will not get him done. Root's going to be popped quickly also, and a quick Morexus goes in. Nice stun. Takes care of the Engineer though, but nope. Godhand still standing. And Keeper will not have a second root, but he is going to spawn animated 3 dogs to try and harass a little bit on Hooky. Other than that, Luna so far has been doing long-range snipes, really. 20 minutes into this game, 8-7 still, 3k goal deficit in favor of s2y. Now it's
Yeah,
4,
I mean,
man.
yeah, they really got a lot of that team fight. They got a kill onto the engineer, the Swift Blade, and what looked like almost turnaround kill onto Corrupted Disciple. Like I was watching the Parasite, he didn't even need to use the Codex onto, I think, who was it, I think, yeah, the Swift Blade. Even though Swift Blade had the Helm of the Black Legion, there was a beautiful red power snipe on top of the Maraxis quick stun in, PK stun in. So you know, it's just really hard for the Hellborn team to come back. Again, we're seeing the same signs of like what happened in the previous 3 games we casted, 2 yesterday and the one we just casted just now. You know, Turtle Masters takes the lead in the start and then suddenly just dwindles down during and kind of like flops off during the mid to late stages of the game. Like right now, the only thing that they have going for them is the fact that they're really controlling Sandwraith to the maximum. Like Sandwraith was forced to like buy the Abyssal Skull. He died again a second time. They're actually gonna get the tier 1 in the mid, so that's a good pick off for them. But yeah, I mean the Sandwraith just can't get enough done yesterday. He wants to build an Energizer, I think. At least to have a couple of build up items and mobility for himself and the rest of his teammates, since they don't just have the Energizers just yet. But yeah, I mean Sandwraith just being forced to farm in the jungle, I think he shouldn't show his face in lanes because he's just gonna be picked off by like the Pebbles combination with something like a Master of Arms. So you know he needs to be careful himself. I think he is going to be picking up a Shrunken Head as the first item. I really think that should be. I don't know. It's kind of iffy because the thing is, there's a bunch of spells coming out from the Hellborn team, but at the same time, the physical DPS is pretty damn strong in its own right. Like you have the Swift Slashes that does like physical damage. I think it's about let's take a look. It's
200
about
slash.
yeah 200 physical damage per slash, not including the auto attacks in between each slash. So you know there's a lot of physical DPS coming out from him. Physical DPS from Corrupted Disciple, auto attacks from Pebbles himself. So like you can argue to get a Shrunken Head, yes, but at the same time you also need armor himself. So hopefully Maraxis is gonna pick up a demonic breastplate. He went a little bit greedy and selfish in my opinion by picking up the Helm of the Black Legion first instead of picking up like the Soul's Bulwark, at least for the team. Like I really feel it comes down to the teamwork and team play. Parasite's still sitting on only the Codex. I think it's level. Wait, let me take a look. It's about it's level 3 right now. So 2 more levels is gonna be max, and he's gonna be able to quickly take out either the Engineer or the Master of Arms in just one complete rotation of his skills. So at least he will have the ability to knock out one of them before the
Here
team
comes
might
the
have.
pot, all 2 and 3. It's gonna be down south here. 4-1's gonna be in. Yes, Parasite's gonna be silent and he's getting the cat taken care of quickly. Pebble's still in a lot of trouble right now. Moraxis though, gonna pop Matrix quickly, and Root's gonna be used though, and yes, Swift Slashes is still gonna go off quickly. Swiftblade still standing, is gonna try and get a tower, or may not just want to try and survive. Hellborn does get a tower nonetheless. Pebble's still standing, CD's coming into play here, and no more Root on the Keeper still. Maybe CD going down quickly, but Pebble's still in a lot of trouble, and there we go, Moraxis going in, a little bit of a misposition. He will not get a stun off, but yep, Pebbles is gonna commit suicide right about now. That's about it, man. Hellborn, a lot of mistake there. They should not have overstayed their welcome. It's like, well, you see the pods coming in 1, 2, 3, and then you still decide to take the fight. It's a little bit questionable there, and even Huki taking the fall. That's gonna be a genocide.
Yeah, that's well played. I mean, that was really big coming out from Hellborn team. Like, I thought Sandwraith was gonna die. He survived. They only lost the Parasite, I think, in that previous engagement. So I mean, they won completely hard. I'm not sure how they actually lost that. Like, they were able, because they ported in kind of like staggered. Like, you saw the Parasite in first, and then like another couple of tree ports. They should have just killed the Parasite, back off after that, and they would have been fine. But they wanted to go a little bit more greedy and pick up more kills. So it's really unfortunate for them. And this really does help out the Legion team because they're gonna get back even further ahead in this game. So yeah, I mean, a lot of signs of life coming out for this Legion team. And you look at Iron Nun. Just looking at his item, I feel like it's gonna be that really dreaded Grim of Power that's gonna be picked up next. He does at least have the Shrunken Head, so he's gonna be able to stay up in team fights. Definitely, that Apprentice Robe should have been a Soul's Bulwark into a Demonic Breastplate, because that's such an amazing item. Pebbles' ability to auto attack in team fights with that Shrunken Head activated. You're like hitting for about what 200, almost like 300 once he hits that level 16 mark. 300 damage, auto attacks, with the fact that your attack speed isn't really dwindling down because you have the modern breastplate to work with. So I don't know, man. These Screamer power pickups is really questionable in my opinion. Like, it's just not an item that you really want to pick up on a Pebbles.
Yeah, well, in general, we have to always examine the mistakes that's coming up from TurS side. And I thought it was a very big engineer ulti coming from Look Likely. If he played fantastically well at the bottom tower tier 1 push there, I do believe it's because of hesitation. They did pick off the Parasite, but once Keeper come in and give it a full duration of the energy fill, they were not able to kill the Keeper as well as the extra Morexes there. So it's a little bit questionable as to why they overstayed their welcome. And in general, Decisive wasn't even scary in that engagement, man. They should not have lost that. It's really regrettable that they, I mean, they took care of Parasite. Parasite a lot of burst damage in this game. He has got that ulti face up as well as the leech, and even a level 3 codex. So they managed to take care of Parasite before he managed to deal any damage. So I don't understand really what happened in that whole engagement. And even that Pebbles was just completely nuked down by the tower as well as the Keeper route there. So, well, they should have taken care of the Keeper first and maybe even take care of the extra Luna. But other than that, man, it's always about perfect positioning coming from Team Legion, and somehow they just managed to make it work in the whole engagement.
Oh, and like you look at Sandrave, he's gonna get a regeneration rune right there, and they're gonna push his tier 2, sorry, top, and there is really nothing much Hellburn team can do. Keeper of the Forest, 4k already, so he's just gonna quickly save up for that Restoration Stone. He really wants to have that ability to, you know, quickly use that ultimate, you know, the double root whenever he has the chance, and I think he's definitely gonna get up that portal key himself to get that proper positioning. The I wanna say the Assassin Shroud, yeah, was picked up by Swiftblade, and that is like just an item that's meh, you know, it's like, yeah, it adds damage and kinda gives you mobility, but during this kind of stage in the game, especially competitive games, there's always a lot of detection items that the opposing team can pick up just to counter that item itself. So I feel like it's just not worth it because it costs like 3,300 gold to build, but easily countered with like what, 100 gold or like 180 gold with like dust or like a set of like what, revelations. So yeah, I mean, I feel like he could have just gone for other damage items instead of the Assassin Shroud. Like, even a portal key on a Swiftblade, as weird as it sounds maybe to some people, I feel like it's a better item pickup because you have the portal key into the Swift Slashes in the background. It kind of puts the Hellborn team in, I mean the opposing team in disarray, allowing some space for the rest of your spreading cast members to follow up. So yeah.
Yeah, that's it, man. We're just looking at about 28 minutes in. 13-8 here. And somehow Masters will not break the curse here. It seems like they will slowly but surely lose the lead here. Sandrave is very strong in the late game, and somehow he's just managed to come in back into this game. Backstage Gastry definitely playing very... I would say I'll give him full credit for coming back in this game. I'll still punish him for the mistakes in the early game, but still against the trial lane, and there's really nothing a Sandrave could do alone. That being said, he's standing about 320 plus GPM by himself, and the top of the team right there is actually going to be that Keeper. Somehow standing about 5k gold right about now. Wow! Yep, he's going to be like a rich man's son already there, but still, BUPK will be looking at a quick restoration. So there we have it. It's actually just nice purchased, and that's going to make him poor again, but that's fine. And Team Hellborn, I mean, they have got really respectable items. Shrunkenet on the Corrupted Disciple as well as on the Pebbles. And the Soul's Boa, finally, he's going to pick up your... well, your recommendation there, man. Lucky is going to go for the Soul's Bulwark and maybe even going to go for the quick Demonic Breastplate. I do hope he give up the attempt on that, well, Grimoire's Power. I don't think it's going to be pretty useful in this game also. That being said, Swiftblade does have the Assassin Shroud nicely completed, but he doesn't have much damage. There we go, Pebbles goes in and he's going to try and stun Morexus. Yes, great hack. And no, it's not going to be silenced though. Wow, on the edge there, but here comes Parasite, jumps in and he is going to go down quickly, but not before he takes out the Corrupted Disciple. And there we have Swiftblade is going to try and pursue the matter on the Aluna. Aluna is going to try and go invisible there, but it's going to be quickly taken care of. And yep, it's going to be left with that Keeper. Keeper needs to try and run away and not go invisible because there is already a Baunai going there. That's going to be on the MOE right now. And yep, Keeper still managed to stay safe somehow, and Sandrave not committing to that problematic fill engagement. So still 29 minutes in, and we're really respectable here. It's gonna be as TurS still somehow having sizable defense in this whole game.
Yeah, big defense coming up by Hellborn team. That was really well played by them. They picked up on the Freebound Eye. They got a kill on Aluna and Parasite, so definitely a win for them over there. Oh yeah, and Marexus as well. Sorry, forgot to mention again. Like they played that beautifully, as well as the fact that that was a beautiful engineer field. Like it caught him on the outside, pushed him back in with the K, pushed him back out with the turret. So he got hit twice, couldn't get a single spell off, and that's the reason why. The next item of choice for the parasite should be something like a tablet of command, or even a
Oh, here comes the
storm
MO with the
spirit.
eye.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna try and make sure that he gives the Swiftblade the vision, but no, it's a little tad too slow. Should have popped the Energizer a little tad faster. Maybe Swiftblade should have just waited, but nope, do not get a kill on that Keeper. It's not like Swiftblade has the ulti anyway, so yeah.
Like Keeper, like the next couple of items again, he can get a portal key if he really wants to get that really beautiful initiation. I think that's still okay, especially seeing as to how they have the double resto, I mean the double root ulti with the restoration stone. He could pick up a portal key and then transition into a storm spirit. That would be just perfect for item pickups for him. Like he can even go for a Coulter Sheepstick if he wants to, but I feel like they need some kind of defensive items, and I don't think Luna's gonna be able to pick that up anytime soon. Neither is Parasite. Maybe Parasite could be picking it up. He is. Where is Parasite anyway? So okay,
inside
he's
the
in the
health
Hell
cannon
Cannon.
here.
So yeah. So I mean, his next item should definitely be something like a Storm Spirit. He is, I think, sitting on a level 5 Codex. Unfortunately, I just can't check that out right now. They're gonna easily take his tier 2 because of that Hell Cannon. So they're gonna go for the aggressive play right here. I think it's not necessary. They could just go ahead, push the tier 2 at the bot, and then continue taking Kong if they really wanted to. So yeah, I mean they don't really need to push into the base. They definitely should wait for Kong, take Kong, finish that off, then just be a little bit more aggressive and just go ahead and just push down any of the lanes.
Yeah, but they need to be really careful though, because they are going to be fighting both the Swiftblade as well as the Corrupted Disciple in the late game, and they only have got one serum to work with that, so it's going to be pretty scary to say that. But that being said, man, I mean, this game is still going to get paused right about now, and well, I don't know, but still, game 2 well underway here, and we do have a little bit of a lead going out in favor of s2y as usual, but TurS Masters, man, they still have got what it takes to win the late game, I feel. What do you think, Lark?
Yeah, they do kind of, but the thing is, it's gonna take like Swiftblade to sell off his items and like buy proper items like a Shrunken Head and Geometer's Bane to kind of get out of the Keeper of the Forest ultimate. Maybe he doesn't really need both. I think he can kind of do without the Geometer's Bane because he does have that ultimate to kind of get out of the Keeper's Root if he really wanted to. And then the second Keeper's Root could just be cancelled up by a Shrunken Head. So, not the biggest of problems right there. I definitely should. I mean, Corrupted Disciple, his items, it kind of dwindled down as well. He's like constantly being at like only 280 gold per minute, so not the best of farms that he's been having on himself. He doesn't even have the Geometer's Bane, so he definitely will get locked down by this Keeper of the Forest, and that's not what you want to happen to yourself, especially seeing as to how you're a hero that thrives on just being very mobile and having the ability to have that overload on most of the heroes and just constantly, what do you call this? Apply pressure onto the heroes coming out from the Legion team. So a little bit hard for them. Pebbles is so far away from picking up his demonic breastplate, so it's. I feel like late game, they have a small window of opportunity in my opinion.
You're
Maybe
talking about
for
which team about that?
for Turtle Masters.
Yeah.
Like
Alright.
I feel like they definitely will lose this in the very late game because Sanrafe is picking up on farm already. He's at like what 360 gold per minute, so he's like the secondary secondary highest farmer in his team. In fact, just picking up the tier 2 at the bottom lane that just boosted it up, so it's now 377 to almost 380 GPM. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna come down to like the next couple of team fights. I have to say like the next Kong team fight, the next base push coming out from Legion. If they're able to win at least those team fights, I think they still have a decent chance of winning this late game. But definitely I still have to give the favor to the Legion team because right now they're just playing it really damn well. Like look at Keeper, man. He is 4-0-5, 388 gold per minute, highest gold in his team. Has already the Restoration Stone. Big part of the reason why they're winning right now. Really carrying the Sanrafe, who is supposed to be carrying his team, and
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, yeah, it's just really difficult for Turtle Masters right now. Miraxis is getting closer to finishing the demonic breastplate, so it's gonna be fairly faster than the pebble, so that will be quite effective for them. And I definitely could foresee something like a frostbill plate being picked up by the Miraculous himself. Like I just feel like the Helm of the Black Legion was a unnecessary item pickup. Just having more armor to kind of destroy the damage coming up from the pebbles, auto attacks, the Swiftblade ultimate, the corrupted conduit. If he's unable to block that with his arcane shield, but yeah, I mean, just stacking armor is just like the name of the game against this Hellborn team.
Yeah, and well, I mean, this game's still pretty much anyone's game. I would say that way because it's gonna be pretty questionable for me. I do believe that I always believe in dual carry role, and especially seeing how Swiftblade nicely finishes the Genjuro. I feel it's gonna be. I don't think Genjuro is the best item for Swiftblade, but I do believe that it's gonna help him in terms of damage. It does help him deal about 180 plus damage right now. Plus the fact that it just gives him increased survivability. He also has got a Bao Swift Slashes is going to deal a lot of damage right now. Also with the fact that Sandrift needs a little bit more farm. I mean, Sandrift having completed just the Jomidas Bane as well as the Abyssal Skull plus the Energizer is not going to be the best of items on this Sandrift. He needs something a little bit more damagey. Right now just dealing about 130 plus damage, sorry. And plus even the extra damage on that Deserted, it's going to help deal a little bit more into the region of about 180 plus. So that's not the best damage coming from the center. If he needs a little bit more damagey item, maybe even a brutalizer, going into a little bit more on the Savage Mace maybe, but that's going to make sure that this game is going to be about 50 minutes before that happens, and that's going to take a little bit of time. But that being said, you are absolutely right when it comes to the Keeper, man. He's just doing so well this game. He has the Restoration Stone, has the Astrolabe, even the Ring of, was it Ring of Sorcery? Yeah, it is. With the extra 2k gold in the bank, man. So that's going to be a really fat Keeper, really trust in the old tree we call, but still it's pretty much working right now. And again, back to Parasite. Parasite, this game, I do see he did try a little bit, attempt a little bit on the gank, and I'm not too pissed off with him. I do believe that he played a pretty fair game so far. Having Codex 4 already, he should be pretty useful in the next few team fights. Does deal a lot of burst damage onto the engineer. I think that his main motive in this major team fight is gonna be able to just address the engineer as quickly as possible, going in, burst him down just before he pops the energy field. That's his main motive in his next few team fight. It's gonna be helping the rest of his team a lot more. He definitely cannot pick up the kill on that Pebbles, but he can help kill the Corrupted Disciple also. That being said, man, we're just looking at this game quickly and well, what do you think, Lark? I know you definitely give the favorite in terms of s2y right now, but do you think that well, maybe Thunder Masters, if they win the next two team fight, like you said, they could have win this game. But in terms of items, do you think that Swiftblade can pop a quick item before the next two team fight?
Definitely not. Like they have to win. They have to win two team fights for him to, in order for him to actually get the space to farm and get a couple of not kills. I mean, okay, well kills, yeah. Get a couple of kills on the heroes to get a bit of gold onto himself and buy another item. Definitely went for the wrong item, so it's really hard for him to get some decent amount of farm. I think Sandwraith, ooh, he needs to be careful. He's in a really tough spot right now. Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
Oh, Pebbles gonna try and come into this kill, but no, it's gonna miss a Selgamite. Nice sidestep there, but back to the Gastry.
Yeah, sidestep king right there, man. Sandwraith just doing his thing. But yeah, I mean, next item for Sandwraith, I do believe he should definitely pick up like usually I'd say he should pick up a brutalizer, but I think he should just forsake that and just go for straight damage. Go for something like a shield breaker. You do have the Abyssal Skull. Yes, it doesn't improve your HP and whatnot. You can even go for a shrunken head if you really wants to, but having that shield breaker, it does so much damage against the team right here coming up from Hellborn. Like you look at Swiftblade, even despite having the Helm of the Black Legion only sitting at 1.4k HP, Corrupted Disciple himself 1.4k HP, and they don't have like the highest of armors, especially since Pebbles doesn't have the demonic breastplate yet. So it's gonna translate into a really strong damage output himself, but actually he's gonna go for more of the Iceburn, so he just wants the more HP and the fact that the Hellborn team can't kite him. But I feel like he doesn't really need that. I mean, there's a lot of lockdown with the double root coming out from Keeper of the Forest. It's kind of okay because it's not a conventional item to see on a Sandwraith, the Shieldbreaker that is. I just felt like it would have been a good pickup here in this game, on top of something like a Brutalizer. You can safely argue maybe Brutalizer would come first before something like a Shieldbreaker, but yeah, I mean, to each his own. This is more of like his playstyle, so he's gonna be, it's still gonna be okay for him. He just wants to make sure that he's gonna be able to stay out in team fights and do as much damage as possible. So he does have 1.8k HP right now, so he's really gotten back into this game. Like he is sitting 1.8k HP, like what 300 more HP as compared to Corrupted Disciple and Swiftblade, who did have the space to farm in the early stages. So yeah, I mean they've done a fairly good job right now, and they can go ahead and take Kong if they wanted to. I think they're trying to set up over here for a team fight and then maybe transition into a Kong attempt. Either that or probably force Kong and then get a good team fight against the Hellburn team. The Wonder Breastplate has just been finished by Maraxis, so it's really good for them.
Yep, and we do have a light brand being finished on the Pebbles, so it's not going to be the quick demonic breastplate. No, it's going to be a light brand again. And I hope he's going to be dealing quick enough damage on that. But I do believe that because of the Souls Boak, he should be looking at a quick demonic breastplate the next, maybe next game. I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, we don't know. But really depend on the farm and depend on execution. But right now, I mean, both teams just lingering around Kong's pit. No one committing to the Kongor attempt just yet. We still have the Samurai farming, and he does have the Ice Brand. What do you think about the Ice Brand, Lark? I'm not a huge fan of the Ice Brand. I feel that the Ice Brand should not be on the Samurai this game.
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned just now earlier, like Shieldbreaker would have just been a good choice. It's unconventional and it will do the job for the team coming up from Legion. But you know, I guess he just wants more survivability. That's fine and all. It's just that it's so great to have the ability to quickly burst down a hero if they really wanted to, before the fight even begins. You know. So I mean, like I said earlier, to each his own. I guess that's just his kind of playstyle. I have to say though that really disagree with the light brand pickup on Pebbles right there. That is just I don't know, man. Like that's just not gonna help out at all in the next team fight. It's not even a completed Grimoire, so you're not gonna get that added extra damage. So it's not worth of an item, and you're not gonna have buybacks, especially looking into the way that it is right now. So just a bit of questionable decisions coming up from Iron Nun playing the Pebbles. So we're just gonna see how it's gonna go coming out into this next team fight.
Yep, that's it, man. 37 minutes in, 14 is 11 just dead, and we have Swiftblade coming to kill. Yes, the Parasite maybe, but nope. We have a little bit of a jump attack here. Yeah, it's gonna be the quick energy field. Moraxis already inside though. Keeper's gonna land a root quickly and maybe restore. There we go. Second is gonna nicely go down back to the Gash. Gonna kill out the MOA, and maybe s2y is gonna be able to nicely mop this out. And down goes the Swiftblade also. Babael going down. Pebbles takes flight, and Corrupted Disciple Godhand goes down also. Swiftblade buys back, but it's not gonna be enough at all. We do have the miss time from Iron Nun, a quick shock, and it's not gonna be enough again. Here we go, Swiftblade making something happen, maybe, but Sandrift this time already very carry-ish. Is gonna look for a kill on the Pebbles, will get it done nicely. Meanwhile, Swiftblade dies a second time. Does he have a third buyback? No. So that being said, man, s2y, this game, genocide a second time this game. It's gonna be pretty much an easy game for them right now. They lost the team fight. Turtle Masters is pretty much done this game.
Yeah, they practically lost this. That was a huge play there by Maraxis. To like, I saw him cancel out something with the Arcane Shell. I wasn't sure what it was. I don't think it was the Swift Slashes coming up from Swiftblade, as he did use it earlier before he bought back. But yeah, I mean, he survived. They couldn't, like, the buyback was there to try to kill off the Maraxis, but they couldn't even kill him. Like, none of the heroes from the Legion team died. They all survived. Double root was used, yes, but Keeper of the Forest did the job. He is now pushing down the defense tower, and there's really nothing much that Legion team can do. They're just gonna take this free and easy. Like, Sandray already finished and completed the crossbow
stone. What a kill it is. Again, gonna be happening on the engineer there. And yes, drop the Disciple looking to make a statement here, but here comes the Quake from Mr. Sun. Morexus there, and the kill there is gonna be completed by Peter Yates, and pretty much s2y, man. They are here to show that being the new kids on the block doesn't mean you're gonna lose in Cycle 2. They are here to dominate over the previous champion and previous Cycle 1 winner. Tunnel Masters there. Them dual guns from Wall West didn't help. And it seems like they're pretty much done with the Pebbles also. And there we go, Shiny Pebbles looking to kill the Sandray. Can they do it? Yes, they can. And now Swiftblade already pretty much alive. And they will not get that done on the tier 3 up north there. The last tier 3 is still standing. And I don't know how, but s2y, they managed to win this game again. 22 is to 12 here. 26,000 goal lead here, Lark. It's gonna be pretty big. Like you nicely said though, yes, Sandray pretty much fed already, having Frostwood Skull completed, by the way. It's like he wasn't the real carry in this game. I felt that maybe even the Keeper was a better carry, but that being said, it doesn't really matter right now because they have just won themselves 2 lanes completely rexed out. And all that's left is going to be the top lane. Turtle Masters coming to this game. We highly doubt that.
Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to teamwork. Like at the early start of the game, the Keeper was carrying the team to kind of like into the mid to late stages of the game. And then after that, what do you call this? Bags is actually playing a wonderful Sandrift with I'm just gonna call him Bags. I'm just too lazy to say the full name. But yeah, Bags is doing a good job. He rotated it to a very good carry into the late game, and now he's the one that's carrying the team. And you look at Moraxis, man. He can buy whatever item he really wants to. He actually bought the Frostburn right there, so it's gonna be transitioning into a Dawnbringer if he really wants to, unless he picks up just the Frostburn into.
Oh, big root it is, and Suplay goes down quickly. What a kill, really. They know the Kong is now down with 50% health points. But nope, there was sacrifice, Peter. Yes, that's the Parasite. Not like it really matters, but Sandrift come in to make a statement, maybe. Yep, he gets the kill on the CD. And Morexus once more hungry. Mr. Suns once more. He goes in for the Pebbles. Iron Nun somehow is actually in no trouble. I don't know why he was standing there, but he will pay the price. And Kong is still pretty much alive, but nope, S2y. They want the throne, they don't want a big ape. They're going in for the big game here, and yes, they are trying to just kill the tier 3 there. A buyback's gonna happen from Mr. Iron Nun, not Suns. And Iron Nun by himself, I don't think it's gonna be enough though, but yep, we do have Keeper already nicely using Restoration Stone, so that's gonna be a second route anytime. Good to go. Gonna fight from the shotgun there. Sandrave gonna be overextending a little bit, but we do have that MOI behind those trees, and really Mega Crypt's gonna be caught here, but still no CC. Masters, man, they can't believe what's happening here against S2y. 2 games straight down here, losing this entire series. They were the previous champions, but now they're gonna have to stick in the rut here, really. There we go, Pebbles going in, looking for Chuck. It's gonna be good Chuck, but nope, not gonna be enough. It's not gonna reach the fountain though. Illusion is gonna be burned though, and he goes in for the kill. Yes, he is still gonna try and commit to that, and still very tanky because of the quick Frostwolf Skull there. Here comes the Swift Slashes, not gonna be on the main carry, but yep, the last few hits is gonna be landing there. Maybe one last hit, but he's still juking, and Invisible Swift Blade looking for the kill on the Sandbrave. Yep, even 300 crit is not gonna be enough. Yes, he's still standing, and maybe to turn around quick enough off the Swift Blade, but no, he is still gonna be dying at the very end. And yep, it's gonna be pretty much that. Godhand pays the heavy price of dying at the very end. Last Throne still standing, Sacrificial Shrine, the only last thing in the way here. And Keeper, man, pick up that quick control shift thing in this game. We do have MOA going down quickly also, that's going to be pretty much done. And there we go, Dundale, GG, well played. Game 2 goes to S2y. Myth, sorry, backs this whole series. Really nice to see that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done here today. It is the biggest game so far, coming from S2y. Managing to pass the Cycle 1 champions, Masters, really just didn't have the best of games. And Lark is here to just really break it down for us. So Lark, let us know again, what went wrong for Masters this game?
Well, basically, it was just the casual Turtle Masters again at work. We saw their performance yesterday against MRR. The same kind of thing happened again. They kind of took over in the early start of the game, and then after that, they just didn't. They just didn't follow up. There was no follow up after that. They didn't know what to do. Like, they were just stagnant. They got the early advantage, then they didn't decide to put more pressure. They didn't do anything to. I mean, they tried their best to shut down the Sandreef, and they did do that job, but it wasn't enough because there was still freeing up a lot of space for the Keeper of the Forest. He got so farmed and so ahead that he was able to pick up a Natural Leap and Restoration Stone almost instantly, and I was like, holy crap, what could the Hellburn team really do? They didn't have a Tempest, they didn't have a huge team fight hero like a Bubbles or anything like that. They didn't have the Turtles to work with, so it's just really difficult for Turtle Masters. They got so outplayed in that game. Like, they even had dual supports with a lot of aggressive heroes like the Pebbles, the Swiftblade, and the Corrupted Disciple. They could have actually won that game, but with the help of the defensive lineup coming from the Legion team, they gave up a lot of space for the rest of them, and they ultimately won. Like, you look at the end game item, Peter Yates. He had a freaking wingbow, man. He just bought that, of course, to kind of just tower.
Statement maybe, but
yeah, just fountain dive for the rest of his teammates, just tank it up for him, but tank it up for them. Sorry, but yeah, I mean, there's really nothing much they could do. Turtle Masters, that was they got so outplayed at the mid to late stages of the game.
Yep, so with that being said, I definitely agree with you. Turtle Masters going down, biggest shame really to them. Losing to Nukia from Div 1. I mean, Sorcerer was in Div 1 throughout Cycle 1, and it just came up here. And even the route to G-League for them wasn't the smoothest of all against top teams like Team Troublemaker, maybe even Impudius, but that's the route to G-League. And now at Cycle 2, S2y just dominating everyone else in this entire G-League, except for RNG Sports, of course, but that's Malaysian stop right there, so. That's a separate story for another day. But Masters, man, they were Thailand's top team. They were Cycle 1 top team, but they just went down so quickly to Sorry. And it's, again, a little bit questionable. And I do believe that in the early stages, they did win. They just won the game a lot more for Masters there. And it's, again, gonna boil down to Iron Man. He just didn't roam. He didn't roam, man. He had the farm. He had the items, but he just opted for Light Brand. He didn't roam. He didn't have Bottle. He just didn't even do enough sizable damage to melee Morexes, not even enough damage or rather pressure on the top lane there. So other than that, again, huge credit gonna go out to Sanriff, Baxi Gashry, man. He just managed to got it back into this game really nicely. Even though the biggest credit should go to the keeper, being played by BuPK. Escape also, that's his other nick, in case you guys don't know. So Escape there, playing as the keeper, fantastic keeper. He's peaking at about 470 GPM to the end of this game. He carried the whole team, man. He is the main reason why they won, I feel. Also, Peter Yates, I feel that he did a very good job on that Parasite. Not the best I've seen, and I've still got a lot to complain about it. He didn't gank as much as I thought he should, but still, it's pretty nice to see that at least he had Codex 5 completed, and it's pretty much useful to the end of the game. That being said, man, this core with powerful Luna snipes. You have to give him credit for that. Fantastic gameplay. Well, that being said, man, Lark, any last words before I take this off stream?
Yeah, just well played by both teams. Definitely a hard battle for both of them, and you know, just really big props to s2y for showing like the entire G League, like the current pool of teams in G League, that, you know, we are not a team to just be messed around with. Who gives a damn if we came from Division 1? We're here to win it, so that's exactly what they're doing, and they showed us. I mean, that was a huge statement that they did, besting Turtle Masters 2-0. So I gotta say, man, they are just really looking very scary in this G League table right now. And yeah, I mean, just shout out to everyone that's been watching the stream as well. As always, of course, shout out to the rest of the EGTV crew, and of course, to a special shout out to Ice Baby, who is solo casting right now over at Epic Gaming Television, over there on Twitch. He is doing a good job of, I think, solo casting. I think it was Orange versus Bricks.
Yep, that's
yeah.
right.
So, yeah, shout out to him, and shout out to Fantasy in chat, and of course, shout out to those players from International HoN that do tune into Garena HoNTourSEA. We do love the support from the international players.
Yep, fantastic. That being said, I have a few shout outs to myself. Gonna do a huge shout out to all my viewers and fans and supporters out there. Thank you so much, especially the cast. You just dropped me a fantastic message. I'm gonna check on that later. But that being said, man, again, shout out to Fantasy also. You have been following our stream since the dawn of this entire cycle, and even in Cycle 1, you're always around. So thanks for supporting the Southeast Asian scene and always supporting our cast. That being said, fantastic support from you. Also, great support to, as in great shout out to all of you guys, all the other viewers there who are just supporting this stream. I do know that recently this viewer count isn't just really awesome, and I'm gonna try and get you guys a little bit more freebies if I can. But other than that, there's a little bit of a question there actually from the stream asking for freebies, but I'm gonna try and work on it. I mean, Hachibi, I'm gonna try my best, but other than that, I'm pretty much you're gonna have to accept this as it is. That being said, man, fantastic shout out to my co-caster Lark. Again, great analysis, always point on. It seems like his insights blade is just sharper and sharper after the break. Somehow it's just not gonna get blunt, and it's gonna be a really hard to solo cast without you anymore, because I am just never on par in terms of insights. That being said, also gonna give a huge shout out to Ice Baby. Fantastic solo cast. I do believe it's his first time solo casting on Epic Gaming TV. So for you guys who have been supporting him, thank you so much. And for you guys who want him to improve, definitely please throw him all the criticism that you can, constructive ones please, and try as much as possible to just make that happen. That being said, Babel here, fantastic support again from you guys. And really, this is it, man. 13 rounds of Cycle 2 G League. We're pretty much done here. We're just left with a total of 2 more rounds before we call it quits and go into the playoffs. And I hope you guys enjoy our cast tonight. And well, that being said, this is Babel, with me is Lark. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this fantastic night, and do stay tuned. See you guys shortly, and goodbye. Have a great night.
See ya.